Cup week, you're off the back of a couple of good wins. Must be quite a good feeling here.
Yeah, look, we're looking forward to it. It's, obviously, we know the history, tradition of the FA Cup and the history and tradition that this football club has in the FA Cup. So yeah, we are looking forward to it. It's light relief from your league campaign. Obviously, we've gone back to back, so we're confident. We're in a good place, and testament to the supporters, to the staff, to the players, because we've come through a really tough period, and that would have tested any team up and down the country, and we've come through it, and hopefully now, fingers crossed, we're the other side of it, and we're starting to see players come back fit, players come back healthy, and challenge for positions in the team. Now the problem for them players is trying to get in the team.
Yeah, well, how about the squad then? You've had a couple of faces back the last couple of days. Any more coming back?
At this moment in time, no. Aaron Wildig is one that we were hoping to have back by now, but that's not materialised. Harry Charsley, we have got him available, but for a limited amount of time. Seb is still limited time. James Clark will have to be protected, obviously, because he's just come straight back in and done 90-90 back to back. So yeah, look, there's still a little bit of managing to be done with the players, getting some training time into them, managing the match minutes, and obviously making sure the injury prevention is in place, that there's no reoccurrence. So yeah, there's still a little bit of work to be done with them. So no, I don't see anybody other than Aaron Wildig. I can't see anybody immediately being able to come back and help us.
Back over the last couple of days, last couple of games, and the results have come.
Yeah, it's important to have them back. It's important to have the lads back. It's important to have competition. It's important that we as a professional football club can actually put 7 players on the bench and then 9 in the FA Cup. So it's important that our integrity and our professionalism is there. So yeah, having players back is vital to us. Having competition is vital to us. A little bit of experience is vital to us. That know-how, that expertise, that knowledge that they bring, and just to help the young lads. Because there was a massive strain on us. And at times it was a really difficult place to be. You're not training. You're taking the lads, wrapping the lads up in cotton wool. You know, you're doing things that are not normal. So it was a really difficult, tough period. I can't stress how tough it was. You know, and even the players coming in, they want to have feisty, fiery training sessions. They want to get wired into each other and have crunching tackles in training and things like that. But it was just a no-no. It was just something we just could not do because we couldn't afford anything else. And we were literally down to the bare bones. So yeah, it was a real tough manage, but look, it's brilliant to have the lads coming back. It's brilliant to have a little bit of competition, and I can't wait to have 1 or 2 choices, really, to be quite honest, because over the last couple of months it's just been, if you're fit you play. So a couple of choices would be nice, and some competition for places will be very welcome indeed.
But as you said, some of those players coming back won't find it easy to get back into a team that's off the back of 2 such impressive wins. Yeah,
the lads have done really well, in fairness to them. They've done really well. They've taken on board a lot of information last week against Stockport. They didn't take on any of the information I gave them on Tuesday night, but they've come out with a victory, so I'll give them that one. And there was a lot of things we've done Tuesday night that we didn't want to do, but circumstances, game plan and all went out the window. The pitch was tricky. But I just mentioned to the lads as well, I just said to them, there's 83 fans out there. Now you dig deep and look deep into your own locker and ask yourself, would you have done that or made that trip on a Tuesday night all the way up to Morecambe on a freezing cold night? And I guarantee there was a lot of lads that didn't quite fancy it. So we knew we knew who we were playing for when we went out on that pitch the other night, because that's an unbelievable effort for a group of fans to make on a Tuesday night. That was unbelievable, and it wasn't lost on the players, I can assure you.
Okay, so Saturday, well, the Cup. Now you said, I think you described it as a welcome distraction. Is it, or is it, or just part of you think, oh gosh, it's another game to try and get through, and you wouldn't mind perhaps resting a couple of these guys?
Well, football will never be a welcome distraction for me. I love the game. I love being involved in it. So yeah, it is a distraction. It's getting yourself away from the rigours and the stresses of the league. But it's a game of football, and again, like I say, you want to win it. So our mantra, our mindset will always be the same. It won't change. You win the next game, and winners win the next game, and that's what we want to grow into. We want to become lads that can win games of football on a regular basis. So that's our aim, irrespective of competition, irrespective of competitor. We want to win our next game. We want to continue this good run and this good form. And like I said earlier on, the history, continue the history and the tradition of this football club. It's nice that we're at home on the back of a long trip midweek. So again, it'll just be galvanising the troops, trying to get the energy and the freshness, as much energy and as much freshness into the team as we can. We've prepared really well. We've had a good few days. So hopefully now the lads share that mentality, the lads have that mentality, and the lads display that mentality on a Saturday, whereby we want to win the next game.
A word on your opposition, the National League opposition again doing well, high up, third in the table, but not on the best form themselves.
National League, it's probably League 5, isn't it? It's probably the 5th division in England. It's a really tough competitive league, as is League 1, League 2. So there's similarities, a lot of similarities between the league. There's not a lot of places between the two clubs, and not a lot between both teams. So it'll be a really good, tight, close, hard-fought encounter, I would guess. And one we're looking forward to, obviously being on home soil. They've got some dangerous players. They've been flying. They've been doing really well. They use the ball well. They have a lot of possession in all of their games. That's the way they play. That's how they play. But you can't get beyond the quality in the squad. They've got experience. They've got some young lads. They've got a lot of power, a lot of pace, and they've been really doing well this season. So fair play to them, and fair play to the players and the manager, obviously. So yeah, it's going to be a stern test. It's going to be a tough test. And like I say, there ain't an awful lot of places between the two teams at this moment in time. Not an awful lot of league positions between the two teams. So I wouldn't get drawn into league status, League 4, League 5, whatever you want to call it, National League. I wouldn't get drawn into that. There's both clubs are fairly close together in terms of league position and status.
And just finally, what would it mean to the club to be in the hat for that draw for the next round?
I don't know how much, but I'm sure it would be very welcome if we could bring some extra pennies into the coffers. So yeah, I don't get involved in the financial side of things, but I'm pretty sure it would mean a lot to the football club. I'm pretty sure it would go a long way to helping the football club. So yeah, there's a little bit of added pressure as you just chucked that in on your last question. Thanks very much.
Dreaming of a big name down here, maybe in the next round?
No, don't look beyond it. You don't look beyond it. You just want to get the job done. You just want to get into the hat, into the next round. So I'm sure that's one or two players. Well, I would say all 22 players actually who take the field on Saturday will be thinking that way as well, to be fair. But we just got to manage game by game. We just got to worry about the next game. We just got to try and win the next game and just try and build that mentality, try and build that confidence, build that momentum. And what comes of it comes of it. We'll all know at 5 o'clock on Saturday evening.
Thank you, Graham.
Brilliant, thank you.
You mentioned light relief. Is that because the season is still, the objective to start was let's avoid a relegation scrap, given the budget of the club. That still remains the case. Very much just keeping going and avoiding any trouble.
Yeah. Look, I've always managed. I've always played. I've always coached along the lines of win the next game. Try and get momentum. Try and get confidence. Most of all, enjoy yourself, and that doesn't change. That doesn't change, and we certainly won't get carried away with 2 wins. We've done it last year. I think we've done it last year, Swindon, Barrow, and then we couldn't build on that. So there's warning signs and red flags everywhere for us at this moment in time. But yeah, to win the next game is probably the mantra that we use. Is probably the way we'd like to go. But yeah, we want to be successful, and that's what you're in the game for. We want to be successful professionals, and we want to bring success to the football club. We want to have individual success. We want to have collective success. So, how do you quantify success? I think it's a massively successful story so far, given what we've happened, given the circumstances. And look, you just never know in football what's around the corner. We just got to deal with each day and each moment as it comes. But winning the next game would be key to us. We want to keep building and keep growing.
You looking forward to the return of those feisty training sessions? Then it'll come. I presume you're not quite there yet to be able to have them.
Yeah, I want to have the players. We want to have the players fit. We want to have competition, and like you said, those feisty training sessions are important because that's where that's where you build your resilience up and your characters up, and you know, getting important. The training sessions are important to the players because they're not able to go out on a Saturday and carry out that intensity in the games if they haven't put it in Monday to Friday. And at this moment in time, for my liking, we're just managing too many players at this moment in time. We're not out of the woods yet, but it's nice to see them back. It's nice to see them amongst the group, and it's nice to see them on the training ground. But that competition is vital, and it will come. We will get there over the next couple of weeks. But like I say, and I keep saying, I can't stress how difficult it was and how painstaking and how many sleepless nights I've had over the last two months. It's been really, really tough. And in fairness to the group, in fairness to the club, in fairness to the supporters, we all stuck together. We dug deep, and we hopefully we come through. We've come through that period, and we can now start to maybe try and push on and build on our recent form. Recent form, 2 games. I wouldn't call that great form. I wouldn't call it much form. It's 2 games, and I wouldn't get carried away. It's about the next one.
No, you think that because Notts County, you said, I think it was Notts County, you said, will you fight for me? That's the first time you'd sort of asked them, and they have in the first, haven't they?
Yeah.
Constantly throughout the season, but they have reacted to that and stuck with you, so that's pleasing.
I think I'm only human.
Yeah.
If you're not winning football games, I think there was a period where I was looking at myself in the mirror, questioning myself, and asking, am I doing the right thing, and am I picking the right players and the right system and the right messages? So there was a period where I was questioning myself. There was a period where I had to sit down with the lads and ask them, am I still the one you want to work with? Am I still the person you want in the dugout, or you want to go out and fight for on a Saturday? So yeah, there was. I'm not going to hide that. There was a period where I just felt I couldn't do anything right. So yeah, the lads have made no bones about it. That they wanted to go and fight for me. They wanted to play for me. They wanted to get through this period. And like I say, I wouldn't get carried away. It's 2 games. Let's not get carried away. But the important thing for us now is the players coming back rather than the 2 wins. We're more pleased with the players coming back. We're more pleased with 1 or 2 lads coming out of the physio room and being available. So that's hopefully, and like we said, Lloyd, you said earlier on, that it's no coincidence that we're getting players back and we're able to put 2 back-to-back wins. So, but the challenge is still there. There's challenges around every corner. Let's go and win a 3rd one. Let's go and win a 3rd game. Let's try and get 3 on the bounce and see where we can go and where we can take it.